Alrighty. Let's see if I can. Yep, there we go. Sounds like you can hear me. So I'll play a little Fallout 3 until somebody pops in. This little Midnight Man is here. It's Friday. Just got off work. Kind of winding down. Not ready to go to sleep yet. If I lay down now, I'll be up for the next hour or so. So I figured, oh, what the heck. Play a little Fallout 3 and see if anybody drops in. It's not like anybody will get the notification. Yeah, they started right up right away, but let me see, I got 5361 subscribers. Had a big upflip in views last couple days. It seems like they were pushing the shorts a little better, and then people started mentioning it, and now it looks like they've stopped. So I still have good signal and plenty of premium data. I figured I'd stop in and see if anybody's. Here we go. Got some people popping in. Say hello. MacBean Scottish Fitness here. Just a little Q&A or just talk about anything you want. Right now I've got the. Here, I'll show you. So until people start talking, I just got the old Fallout 3 going. One of the games I enjoy to play. Had a good day today. Did some exercises outside. Picked up some big stones. Did some shrugs. Worked in the garden. When I got home, I went out with a black light and checked on my tomato plants. Both of you are supposed to be able to see those hornworms really well in black light. I heard that on another channel. I haven't discovered that yet. I haven't seen anything. But that could be a blessing in disguise too. So it shows I got somebody in chat. If you are in chat, stop in and say hello. Let me know where you're from. I'm thinking if I want to catch anybody, it's going to be the West Coast, maybe the islands, just because of the time of day. Which makes a lot of sense. I'm playing my character. He's only 10th level. And just going to go and buy stuff. You never really know how many people you have in chat. They seem to be a little off on staying accurate with that. So I'm playing a little Fallout 3, going to the Museum of History, going to the Underground Ghoul City. Do appreciate everybody that's been following me and commenting and liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. We are doing this month the push-up challenge for veterans. 1776 in the month of July. Works out about 58 a day. I got a new member who's saying, well, try to do them on a decline. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. So I'll be doing decline ones. So that should be interesting. What I did today is I did a set of 40, and then I only needed to do 18 more, but I ended up doing 30 more anyway. And somebody says, oh, I thought you were doing 18 sets of 40. I'm like, Austin, there you going? Great game, great games. Yep, I got to go to bed soon. I know. Hope to get up early, run in the morning. Even though I'm on vacation with the girlfriend, I'm driving her nuts. Yes, sometimes. Houston, Texas. There you go. Got a cousin living, I think, in Houston, Texas, too. He's a day older than I am. So I always tease him. Tell him he's my older cousin by one day. But that's kind of cool. Yeah, I love this game. Anytime I can pick up like laser pistols and laser rifles really cheap, I buy them, and then I go to Fort Independence and I trade them in for stim packs and grenades. Like I can get two stim packs of grenades for a laser rifle I paid 26 caps for, and they're easily worth 70 caps. So that's one of those little cheats I found out. He is, considering that he was born up in Michigan and I was born in Illinois. He actually, Power Fist, there we go. He actually plays, he runs a Dungeons and Dragons game through, trying to think of it. It's one of those social sites. It's on my phone. I'll think of it later. Yeah, one of those brain farts. Yeah, it's bothering me. But yeah, we're only a day apart. We look a lot different. I'm tall, he's short. Different mothers and fathers. But it is, yeah. Houston, Texas. You guys probably get a little heat down there still. Remember to turn off your ACs during the day and plug your electric cars in at night or something like that. There you go. What can I sell in return? I think I sold everything. I know what I can sell. So I don't need that many right away. So how's the workouts coming along? Now that you're off, I know sometimes it's hard to stay motivated when you're kind of out of your regular element. What I mean by that, in school it's very structured, so it's a lot easier to do the workouts in the morning or do the workouts, after class, after school. I found that that's one of the things that I had to adjust to when I went to second shift was when was I going to work out? It actually worked out better for me. I think I could actually get more done working second shift during the day than if I did work the first shift. So I do all my workouts, all my gardening, all my chores in the mornings, like from about 8 to 12, pretty much nonstop active. And then basically I was eat lunch, pack my food for work, and go to work until I get off at 11. I get home about 11:30. And that works out pretty well for me. But I'm glad I'm inspiring people. That's what I'm here for, is to inspire people to get back in shape, do anything, walk, run, lift, yoga, Pilates, whatever. We actually went a year without any TV. We wanted to watch anything, we just put a DVD in. We got a huge DVD library and that, and I'd kind of like to get back to that. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. If you haven't said hi, say hello. Let me know where you're from. General area, not exact location. I know I've had people on my channel from Germany and Dubai, and Turkey, Iran, uh, Finland, Sweden, uh, Scotland, Ireland, Great Britain, I think Italy, a few other places. So that's pretty cool when I get people from a different part of the world. Kind of keeping a mental track of where everything is at right now, kind of in my head, because the further west you go, the earlier it gets. I think Texas. I think you're only an hour ahead of me, though, maybe two, depending on where you are exactly in Texas. I have to be careful in Texas because that's where all my exes are at. That's why I was stationed in Tennessee. That's a joke. I have no exes. Uh, you're over encumbered and you cannot run. Oh, I think I can. Let's upgrade my recon armor. Do I smoke cigarettes? No, I do not. I used to when I was younger. Never smoked a lot, but I gave them up completely 22 years ago. Uh, I think I probably between the ages of 18 and 39, I smoked maybe 10 years of it. Actually, my lungs are in better shape now than they were when I was 39 years old. The big joke is at 39, I kind of let myself go. It wasn't good. There was no reason for it. Pretty much all my own fault. And one day I came out and I looked at myself and I said I didn't like what I seen. So I made changes because when I was in my 30s, I was in really good shape, like natural bodybuilder shape. I had a metabolism that didn't quit, which helped. And so after that, I was like, I need to get back in shape. I picked up the weights again. I was 39 years old. By the time, about 6 months later, I was back to where I was at. And then at like 40, I hit 315 on the bench the first time in my life. And then at 44, I hit 405 the first time in my life. So, you gotta keep pushing yourself. So now I'm recovering from a really rough beginning of the year, but I will get back to where I'm at. I've had a lot of people say, if you're older, you shouldn't worry about that. You should just take it easy, yada yada yada. I said, and I appreciate it. I don't think they're saying anything to be mean. I'm just kind of looking at them going, that's not who I am. And I have to be who I am. So, yeah, I gave up the cigarettes. I don't smoke. When I see people who chain smoke and I feel sorry for them. I know it's a very, very addicting drug. I would say nicotine is more addicting than cocaine. And if you look at it, more people are doing that than they are doing the other. So that is kind of screwed. If you have any more questions, let me know. Hey, I think I've seen you've been on here before. Where are you at from again? Are you the one from Dubai or that area? I'm trying to remember from where you're from. So tomorrow morning, and the first thing I'll do is get my 58 push-ups in, at least 58. And because I was kind of friendly challenged by a member, do I deadlift? I do, just not as often. When I am in really good form, my deadlift is about where my bench usually is. I know the sound is bad here. I'm speaking English from Egypt. Okay, yeah. Uh, I have competed with deadlifts and that. The best deadlift I've done in a sanctioned competition, I think, was around 440 pounds, which would be 200 kilos. Actually, I think I did a little bit more than 200 kilos. The most I've done in a non-sanctioned one is I did 495, and then when I tried to do 500, I had to drop it because my abs cramped. But yeah, I deadlift. I just don't do it as often. Yeah, and it's tough. It's very addicting. The one thing you have to ask yourself is who has more control over what you do, nicotine or yourself? It's mind over matter. You can do it. I did it cold turkey. It takes 3 weeks to form a habit. It takes 3 weeks to break one. What you got to do is you just get rid of them. You don't. If you have friends that smoke, you don't hang around them for 3 weeks. Let them know you're going to do that. Uh, if you drink alcohol, don't drink alcohol. When I got rid of them, I didn't drink either. I just stopped drinking for about 6 months. Because really the only time I smoked was when I was at the bar drinking. And then I realized I wasn't really enjoying the cigarettes and it was controlling my life. And I said, I'm bigger than that. So I know my brother, he did the patch. I had another brother that really coffee, maybe give up the coffee for a little bit. Because caffeine and nicotine, they're both stimulants. And I'm not a big coffee drinker. I never was. Um, so to me, I can have a cup of coffee in the morning, or I don't. My dad, he liked coffee. I mean, he would drink it before he even went to bed. If I do that, I would never go to sleep. I'd be thumper all night. But yeah, it's tough, but you can do it. You just got to set your mind to it. You got to get yourself for the things that would influence you to do that. And once you do that, once you get away from those influencers, you'll find it a little bit easier to quit. Like I said, I quit and then I picked up the weights again because I went out. I looked in the mirror and I looked at my shoulders were gone, they were slumping. I had a belly, the chest was gone. I mean, I said I just can't accept me being this way, and I took full responsibility for it. I mean, that was definitely me that allowed that to happen. So I changed it, and I'm glad I did. So you can do it. It'll be tough, won't be easy, but you can do it. And just get rid of them. Wherever whatever if you like to smoke when you had coffee, maybe stop doing that and just drink water for a while. And after 3 weeks, then your body is no longer dependent on that stimulant. But the one thing I learned is I will never, ever, ever, ever pick up a cigarette again or a cigar. I had a friend from Poland who had quit, and then he used to kind of razz me about it. And then I quit, and he started smoking cigars with the boss. And he was out there every day smoking a cigar, and then all of a sudden, next thing I know, he had a pack of cigarettes in his hand, and it got worse from there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't do any tobacco. I never could do that. Chew. I tried that because I figured at least it would be better than inhaling my lungs, but yeah, and it just never took. And my buddy of mine, I know, an Army buddy, I know he does that a lot. Survival Buzz, hey, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. So I just figured I'd have a couple beers and relax. It's my Friday night. Yeah, if I want to have some beers and relax, I like to do it at home. It's cheaper and safer that way. Captain Cake, give us a biceps flex. I don't know. I got bigger shoulders, but biceps about the size of my head. I got 18-inch biceps. Not bad for being 6'4". Oh, where did he go? There he is. It's my chest and shoulders that are where the strength comes from. But yeah, biceps look good too. What video games do you play the most? If you do, well, funny you should say that. So this is Fallout 3, which I'm playing as we're at Fort Independence. Traded in laser pistols for stim packs and hand grenades. I also play Skyrim and even Morrowind I liked. That's where I kind of got into it. Not much on the first person games. I like the RPGs probably more. Well, I'll take some frag grenades. But I don't play them often. But, like a Friday night, I like to come have a beer or two and just kick back and relax. And I find that's kind of helps me because I'm not ready to go to sleep yet. I'm still wired up from the full day. I mean, I was up at 8 and definitely been going full blast. So it's time to relax. It's time to enjoy yourself. Remember, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Are you engaged? I am married. And I have been married, it'll be 30 years this year. Hunting means no, I don't, but I hunt. I don't like to play something on a computer that I'm better at in real life. Because on these controllers, if I'm playing those shooting games, I'm like, wow, I'm all over the place. But usually I hunt deer and pheasant. So I like to be outside a lot. I mean, uh, even when I got home, I went out to the garden with a black light and was checking the tomato plants for hornworms. So generally from about 8 in the morning till about midnight, I'm pretty non-stop go. And then I'll sit there and I'll either play this until around 1 o'clock, 1:30 at the latest, and then I'll go to bed. Generally, I get up at 8. I work second shift, so that works out well for me. But my day is pretty full. And the days I'm not working overtime, I go to the gym and I do my videos there. Well, don't wait in your 60s. Start living that life now. I've just gotten to the point where I appreciate my health because I am very healthy and I'm very fortunate. Everything works pretty well. All my joints work. I don't have any bad knees, hips, shoulders, or anything like that. So, and I have a lot of friends that can't say that. So I'm very fortunate, very blessed. So I do everything I can within reason to keep myself healthy. So, vitamins and minerals, exercise. I try to find different ways of exercising. So sports, yeah. So I was cross country, track, and wrestling when I was in high school. Grade school, I played basketball. That was the only sport we had available. And then a bunch of us, when we'd get together, we'd play farmyard football. So, and then I coached a track team. Uh, did junior high for about 3 or 4 years, and I did high school for a couple of years. And I'm actually going to enter the senior track meet in September in Illinois in the 60 to 60, 60 to above group, and in discus. So I've been throwing discus and been doing pretty well. I had a throw of 137 feet a couple days ago. That was my best throw, and it sailed really nice. I'm just now starting to get my spin around a little bit better. Do I anticipate lifting as heavy in your 70s as you are now? I do, especially where I am at right now, because I'm about 100 pounds off my game. So I'm only, throwing out 370, 375. And when I'm at the top of my game, I'm doing 470, 475. But I'm also 30 pounds lighter than I was last year. And it was some weight I did have to lose, but I need to pop up on another 5 or 10 pounds to get back into the full blown. I competed at 275 last year. I usually compete at 242. I've got world records in both. And in multiple age groups, I'm tied for 7th in the world raw bench in my age and weight at the time. And that was last November, where in a meet, I put up 446.1 pounds. It was 202.5 kilos. I mean, will there be an age where it'll decrease? Sure, absolutely. I don't, but I can look it up. It'll be a lot less than what I'm doing now. Although I know some 70-year-olds that are in really good shape. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? Friday night, looking strong as ever. Appreciate it. Good luck September. I know, and if that is correct, and I hope to have it recorded. I'll kidnap my wife to have her film me doing it, and I hope I do well. I'm going to put the practice in, so I'm going to probably throw about 3 times a week and at least get 20 to 25 throws in. And right now I'm just throwing in my field, but I'll probably drive down to the high school at least once a week so I can throw on a pad and make sure I'm staying in bounds. Because, that spin, my balance isn't what it used to be, that's for sure. My son, he threw, and he has the school record. He threw like 167 feet 10 inches his senior year. I mean, his form was perfect. I did that for a while, Jeremy, and then I had one bad egg go halfway down my throat. Then I didn't do that anymore. Every now and then I might throw 1 or 2 in the blender with milk and a protein shake. But for a while, I was just chugging them. And then I had a questionable one go down there, and I said, yeah, let's not do that anymore. Yeah, I tell you what, it's just like when I compete in a weightlifting contest, I'm in there for me. So I so don't much worry about where I place. I mean, I definitely want to do the best I can. I'll throw my best, and then that distance is the one I want to beat the next time I throw. So, you never know who's going to show up. There's some pretty good throwers out there, and then they've probably been throwing more consistently. I've just started throwing again, and I hadn't thrown in 10 years. But it does come back, and I am getting happy with it. I did order a few more discs, so I don't have to keep chasing the same one. Well, I appreciate that, and keep going in the gym. I tell you, every time where I had a job, and I would go to the gym during lunch. And sometimes I'd just be tired, at lunchtime, but I'd still go to the gym. Because if I didn't, I'd just be so upset with myself that I didn't go in there and do the exercise. And a lot of times when I was tired and I went to the gym, I still had a better workout than I anticipated having. I've had some of my best workouts when I felt the worst. So in a bad workout is still a workout. It's like there's no such thing as a bad day fishing. There's no such thing as a bad workout. As long as you remember, slow and steady. Don't be in a rush. Make sure you're getting enough rest, and make sure you're getting the proper nutrition at the proper times. Now, there's going to be a lot of different opinions out there. This is how I do it. I'm not saying that there's different ways to do it because there is. I'm not saying they're right, wrong, or indifferent. This is how I do it. When I work out, and the time I'm heading back to work or whatever it is, I'm consuming at least 30 grams of protein. I don't care if it's milk, a protein shake, or a sandwich, whatever. I'm getting 30 grams of protein into me. 25 to 30. I mean, I'm not going to go, oh my God, I didn't get 30. An hour later, I am doing that again, usually with food. So, people go, well, how many protein shakes do you do? How much water I consume in a day? Quite a bit because where I work is very hot. I work with heat treatment. So next to furnaces, it's anywhere from 97 to 107 degrees at my workstation. So I probably drink close to a gallon of water a day. In just water. I also drink milk. I drink almost a gallon of milk a day. Yeah, I gotta go. Well, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Appreciate that. I figured I just late at night had a good mobile signal, so I figured I'd pop in there, and I'm not going anywhere. I have a Xbox One. I've had for a while. Before that, I had the Xbox 360. So, the reason I like Fallout 3 so much is my army buddy kept telling me about this game, going, man, it's the greatest game, it's the greatest game. You'll love it, you love it. I'm like, yeah. So he sent me the game. When I popped it in my 360 and I seen that intro come up, I don't know if you ever seen the intro for Fallout 3, but it's an awesome intro. It's got a great song, Don't Want to Set the World on Fire. And it starts pulling away from DC. And I told the wife, I said, oh my God, this game is going to be so good. And it was. I remember the first time I went into the place. It's definitely from Lovecraft. And I heard this thumping, and also this ghoul come around the corner, almost punched the screen. So it was fun. And I still bought I'll let it go for a year and then I'll play it. Power cleans 220 by 4. Absolutely. Good job. 525 by 3 on Sumo. Killing it. 495 by 1. Today's session. Yeah, Christopher, you're killing those deadlifts. I wish I had a deadlift routine like you did. 25 total sets combined. Weighted at chubby 171. Yeah. I'm at 235 right now. Last year I was at 265. So that is good stuff. So yeah, now that I've got people that ain't playing the game, I just kind of put it on pause. It's funny. It's one of those games I like that. Yeah, you can pause it, you can go back to it, save often. Favorite TV show? The only one I really watch now is Forged in Fire. So they make knives, from scratch. So I do like that one. And it comes on Wednesday, and if I remember, I kind of watch them before I go to bed on Wednesday. So that's probably my favorite show. Yeah, it's on regular TV. I haven't seen season 4 of Stranger Things yet, so don't say anything. I'll be right back. Gotta make a quick stop. Nowhere. Now ready. Run back upstairs. So get plenty of steps in. Stairs to the bedroom. Stairs to the basement. Just stairs, stairs, stairs. And then I walk about. Oh yeah. Lego me, Lego tree. Yeah, you had one of those comments earlier on one of my vids. So, how you doing? Do you own any katanas? No, but I have. It's not up here. I have a Scottish claymore. I actually bought my daughter a katana. I own other things of interest. You know, if you want to ask me something. I like knives, but yeah, I have a Scottish claymore. Just downstairs right now. I like blades. Got quite a few of them. I have a few of these, and these I use as kind of like jewelry. You know, when I go in my country setup, wear one of these on the sides as just decoration. So, you know, got a few of them. That one's downstairs. I got to bring it back up. But I'll probably get a katana, but I want to get a good one. And there's a place I go to that's a lot of fun, and they have a wall of knives, and I'll buy some of these flip-out knives. They're only $15, you know. I mean, they're well worth it. Sure you can. Anyway, but if I'm going to get a katana, I want to spend some money and get a good one. So, yeah, I don't own one right now because I'm not going to buy a $20 or $30, $40, $50 katana because they're crap. You know, my son had the Lego, you just want to get knocked out of the channel. You know, it just takes me a click. That's all it takes. And you're gone forever. I mean, maybe that's where you get your, you know, self-awareness of or whatever. So same here. I want to get one, but yeah, you know, and you're gonna have to spend about $1,000. My son spent $800 on that claymore, which was hand forged in Spain for me. And actually, I have it on one of my videos. Okay. So Lego gets his wish. You know. So let's get rid of them. So, you know, sometimes people just, I don't know, we call them trolls. You know, sad little low life forms and that they go on people's YouTubes and say insulting things, and that's how they get their self-worth, because even negative attention is attention. It's sad that somebody's that way, but they are. So for the rest of us, the other 99.999% of the population, you know, we like this to have fun. Oh yeah, he was going to town. And he probably doesn't realize his stuff's being deleted yet. Yeah, the farmer walk I like. Drink some cheap gin. He had commented on one of my things a couple of days ago. And this is going to happen when you're in the YouTube universe. You're going to get a troll or two every now and then when you're a smaller channel like me. You know, when you're a big channel, oh my God. I watched Ben Shapiro one time, and he was getting spammed. Like, I think he finally found a way of getting rid of it. But I mean, it was like the live chat was useless because of all these spammers. And like, you know, get a life. But yeah, Lego's gone. he's probably quickly now trying to make up a new YouTube account and try to come back up here under a different name. Because that's what they do for their self wars. So anyway, Christopher, you do have a wonderful deadlift routine. I do like you when you let me know what you're doing in that. That's really inspiring, and keep it up. Absolutely. But I like the farmer walk. I like that for the wrist strength. When I grab a hold of something, I have it. I see a lot of people that will work out, and we should be happy. I am happy. They'll use wraps, or they'll use the other ones, and I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, let your wrist develop also. And guy was using wrist wraps, where you lap them around the bar. He's using those for pull-ups. I'm like, really? I'll use a trap bar for diddles. And a lot of people do, and I'll be honest with you, I use it at times too. Yeah, the straight bars, and it's kind of the way I'm built too. My back doesn't bend. My back doesn't do that. It's like this. So a straight bar is more difficult for me. So yeah, I sometimes I'll just use a trap bar. I mean, you're still getting the exercise in, but because I do compete in it, sometimes I still have to do the straight bar. But yeah, and that's what I say. If you're if you're not comfortable with the way you're doing the exercise, change it to where it is comfortable. So if you're not comfortable doing the deadlifts, then with a straight bar, then yeah, use a trap bar, or use dumbbells. I've been doing dumbbells lately, because that allows me to get them off to my side and allows me to get my back in the right position. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. So, everybody, thanks for joining in. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. But there we go. And, have any questions on fitness and that, go ahead and jump on. Yeah, so I mean, I'm doing those where I'm doing them with the 80-pound dumbbells on each side. Yeah, well, moderation. I mean, you're throwing up some serious weight, Christopher. I keep doing what you're doing because it's obviously working. So I got 5 in chat. So if you haven't popped in and said hello, please do. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, all that other good stuff. I'm polling. I don't even know what that is. Let me look that up. Pouline. And I'll pull time. I spelled it wrong. Hang on a second here. So I get a dish of French fries and cheese curds. I get that. So if you're talking about the word, hey Jason, how you doing? So I'd say hello real quick. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got off at 11. Our firm, we're shut down. We ran out of product, so the last 2 days was kind of like, yeah, I'm here, I'm getting paid, but I'm not doing anything. Thanks for jumping in. So if you're talking about pulling the dish, it looks pretty good, or protein. So see, so here he is. So Lego Ego had went out and made a new account so he could come back up here. So as I was saying to the rest of the crowd here, this is like really where you need to be considering what you're doing for a living. If you're being a troll and you find that you're getting satisfaction out of it, I hate but you 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 are really gotta sit there and find a better way than what you're doing. I mean, that's if that's your enjoyment of sitting there and trying to prove that you're an adult, you have failed miserably. You know, I can imagine him. He's down in his basement. Mama's calling him for lunch, saying, "It's come on, son, come back up." So, I mean, it's pretty bad when somebody sits there and goes all that effort just to come out here and think he's going to give me a hard time. No, Jason, this is just a loser. And they're out there. I remember, oh God, 15 years, maybe 20 years, probably 20 years ago, there was a thing called Topics, TOPIX. And it was a format where people would talk about anything. And oh my God, you just, people, what they will sit there and say behind a computer screen would get their ass kicked in real life. Of course, they would never say it in real life. And so that's when I first got introduced to trolls. And so I just stayed off those things because people would just go out there to try to insult you and start arguments. And that's where they got their self-worth from. That was how they fulfilled their need for attention. And it's really sad that someone is like that. So, everybody else was, trying to sit there and make a living, trying to enjoy life, trying to get through all the hardships that life brings you, especially now. Don't be that guy. And we gave him too much time anyway. Thank you. Oh, yeah, 370. Holy crap. Well, I appreciate my spotter making me push through it because I tell you, most of my spotters would have grabbed the bar, but it was a slow burn, but I got it. I didn't have the energy level on Thursday that I had Monday because Monday I got 375 and really got close to 380. So I think what I'm going to do is on Thursdays are going to be my rep days. I'll probably still do a shot at 365, but what's going to be more important is how many reps I get at 315 and how many reps I get at 2.25. So I still got 6 reps at 315 and damn near got 21 reps at 2.25. So I felt bad about that, even though I didn't get the 380 I wanted. But on, it won't be Monday because it's the 4th and the gym will be closed. But on Tuesday, when I go at it, they'll have pretty much Saturday, Sunday, and I'm only working 4 hours Monday. I'll have those days as rest days. Besides all the other stuff I'll be doing outside, like throwing disc and picking up weights and all that other stuff. But I think on my Monday list, I have more energy to hit those heavier weights. So I think Monday is going to be my heavyweight ones I hit. And then on Thursday, it's going to be reps. So I think that's probably good, yes. It's actually, I think the best I did, of course, I was younger, but I think the best I did was I did like 32 one time. The thing is, I go strong, and endurance is there, and it just drops like a rock. The guy was spotted and goes, "Oh, that was kind of quick," I said, "Well, that's the way it goes." Protein pudding. I like pudding. So, Dana, I get most of my protein through food, a lot of it through milk and eggs. Oh, God, he's doing this again. Boy, you got to get a life. You really got to get a life. There's somebody who this is what he's done. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's back with 6 more insults. And now he's going and he's putting up. YouTube will finally figure out what he is. When he's got like 50 accounts. I already reported him on one. Yeah, I know. He's probably 14. He doesn't realize, or his mama or whoever the hell is, he doesn't realize he's up and is not, this is where it comes from. bad parenting. And unfortunately, that happened with on the phone one time. I had a guy kept calling me all the time, and finally put a trace on him. And what it was just some 14-year-old kid that this is what he was doing. This might be the same kid. You never know. Just got older. Didn't ever grow up. Yeah, never dull moment on Friday. Yeah. Yeah, this, like I said, this is a 14-year-old that's sitting in his bedroom with a computer going, and he's probably spanning this and 3 or 4 other channels at the same time. I can see he's probably got different windows open up. So we'll see what he's trying to do next time. And the idiot left a photo on him, so he could be making some mistakes. But I reported him. You know, when I finish this beer, it'll be time to go to bed anyway. Cheers, Christopher. I appreciate it. If you're in chat and you haven't said hello, please do. Jeremy, thanks for coming in. Make sure you get the thumbs up. See if you're not a subscriber, please do. Is he back already? Oh, here we go. How am I doing? Doing well. Nice and relaxed. Had a really productive week, very active week. A lot of exercises done. Liking the shape I'm getting into. No, I never wear wraps. My feeling is if I can't lift it without them, I probably shouldn't. And where I compete, you can wear wraps here where I compete, but I don't wear them. I'm not comfortable with them. And I don't think it's something I need. Like I said, I'm trying to keep the bones strong with the lifting. Maybe start using belts and wraps and everything else. In my opinion, that's all I'm saying. If you use them, that's fine. Whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not comfortable with them. So yeah, I never wear my wrist. I don't use sleeves. I don't use a belt. Can I do any push-ups? Yeah, actually, if you look at one of my videos I uploaded today, I did 70 of them. I did a set of 40, then I did a set of 30. As we're doing a thing for the Veterans Awareness, 1,776 push-ups in the month of July. So a few friends of mine are doing this, along I think with a lot of other people too. And so I did 70 of them today on July 1st. Tomorrow, one of my members has asked me to do it as a decline, which was tougher. So I'm going to do that. I haven't done decline push-ups in a long time, so let's see how those go. But I'll at least knock out 58. And then he said something about, man, I thought you were going to do 18 sets of 40. I'm thinking, I could probably knock out a few hours. So, I kind of get these ideas from feedback that I get from, subscribers, which I really do appreciate. So, yeah, I can do push-ups. I can do 40 without a break. And I'll probably tomorrow, not on declines, but when I do regular ones, I'll probably do 42. I've been adding like 2 push-ups every day, to the initial set before I take a break. My endurance isn't what it used to be. I used to, in my 30s, I could do 100 push-ups easily. I was lighter too. I was about 205. But my endurance was far better. Yeah, but Tuesday, I hope to catch 380. Yeah, I went on 380. And 380, and then I'd also like to get maybe one more rep at 315 or at 225 or both. Those are kind of the goals I set for myself. Well, thank you everybody for stopping in. Make sure you get the thumbs up. It helps Facebook algorithm. And we'll time it and see how long it is before we get our troll back. And before July weekend, absolutely. Yeah, plan to. You too, Christopher. You have a blast. And I do appreciate it. Well, push-ups are something you can do every day. So, yeah, it is about endurance, but it is also about strength, too. You need the strength to be able to do more push-ups. And the endurance will help you pump the blood and the nutrients into those muscles and do more. So it does both. I mean, if you want to be in shape without going to the gym, do push-ups, do deep knee bends or up downs, whatever you want to call them, in large numbers. Uh, do sit-ups, do dips. Dips are great. A lot of these pull-ups. Pull-ups are great. All these body weight exercises are great for strength and endurance. So a lot of times you can just do those and be in wonderful shape. Because I tell you, you're knocking out 40, 50 push-ups, you have strength. And the same thing, you're knocking out, 10, 15 pull-ups, you definitely have got so your push-ups are going to be your arms and shoulders, your lats, your pull-ups are going to be your lats and line your back. Your knee bends, obviously, are going to be your legs and glutes and things like that. Sit-ups are going to be your abs. There's a lot of things you can do without actually being in a gym. If you watch my videos, I'm doing a lot of things where I'm just grabbing plates and using them. I got at work, we got these grates. They're about this big and they're about 70 pounds. I just pick them up and do sets. Well, I think we got our answer about how long it takes. So we're going to say it's about 5 minutes. You think he'd come up with new material? You know what I mean? But he doesn't. All right, so it's 107. So we'll probably see him again around 112 or whatever. Yeah, it's like I said, about 5 minutes. He's just typing away. I got to answer this question. I got to answer that question. He just doesn't come up with new material. So we're figuring it's probably going to be about 112 to 115 is what he's going to be back. That's going to be the over-under. So yeah, I mean your strength is going to allow you to do more push-ups, to your mind, and your endurance also is going to add to it. So it's both. It's actually a really good exercise to be doing. It's going to help out a lot. Yeah, after I finish this beer, it'll be time to give our troll a break. You are, but you still need a strength. But you're definitely working endurance then too. I wouldn't call it cardio, but I would call it endurance or stamina. Stamina might be another word of doing it. Now, if you don't want to do past 50 push-ups, what you can do is if you're in a gym, you have somebody put a 45-pound plate on your back and do that. I mean, I know one, guy I worked with, he was a Navy guy, and he just stopped doing push-ups. He said he wasn't getting anything out of them. He was a very strong bencher too, but I still think there's room for your routine to do push-ups. I think push-ups will help me get back to where I need to go. Get me back to that 470, 480 bench. I remember I used to come home and I'd knock it out. Yeah. So I used to, when the kids were younger, I used to have them to sit on my back when I did push-ups. It'd be like riding cowboy. But, and then doing decline push-ups definitely increases the weight that you're pushing up. Yeah, it's still weight. Absolutely, John. It's still adding weight to you. So a weighted vest is making your body weight more. Now, granted, you're still on you still have 4 points of contact. So it's not like, if you have a 40-pound vest, it's not like you're doing 40 more pounds. You're doing maybe about 20, but you're still doing it. But yeah, a weighted vest would do the same thing. Probably be even more comfortable. I know somebody, they set 245s on my back and said, now try to knock out 5. And I knocked out 20. And they were a little confused. Well, they didn't realize I was a 400-pound bencher. That's not difficult for me to do. But yeah, weighted vests will definitely help you out. Remember to hit the thumbs up, help the algorithm. We got about 3 more minutes before our troll show's back up. But yeah, push-ups are definitely going to be down there. I used to do that. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do chains. I used to do bands. I used to put bands underneath the bench and loop it back on. I used to do sets of 405 with 3 or 4 bands on there. I was doing with chains. I had a lot more. Endurance back then. I haven't done it lately, but in my 40s, I did a lot of work with bands and chains to help increase my bench. Because as you're pulling it up, it's robbing you of the momentum, so it makes you push more and more weight. So yeah, it's a good workout. I just haven't done it in a long time. I may want to do that. Hey, Nature Girl, great seeing you. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I just wasn't ready to go to bed yet, so I figured I'd just do a Midnight Madness. I haven't done one of these in a while, but they always turn out to be a really good time. We do have a troll that pops in every now and then, says some dumb stuff, but we kick him out and then he makes a new account in about 5 or 6 minutes. But otherwise, we just ignore him. Yeah, the training's coming really well. The garden's coming along really well. I found that hammer grip is better for my shoulders on the bench than normal grip. And they have bars like that. And the one gym I'm at, they got one of those, and I benched with it. It is a different feeling, and you are working different muscles in your shoulder. So, and it's always good to change things up from time to time. Just remember, when you are changing things up, start with a little bit lower weight than what you think you should do, and give yourself time to warm up. So I think our troll's back. But remember, slow and steady wins the race. Keep yourself active at least 30 minutes a day, 3 days a week. Will improve your physical condition, which will improve your mental condition, which helps mind, body, and soul. If you do that, then you won't be sitting on the computer at night trying to troll others' channels. You'll actually become a real adult. Rest, nutrition. A lot of it's mental too. A lot of times when I miss a weight, I'll go after it a second time because I knew somewhere I gave up sooner than I should have. Then I am getting a lot of, I call them do-gooders. They mean well, and I don't mind it. But they'll say, well, at your age, you should not fill in the blank. You shouldn't be just because you're this. And I've been hearing that since I've been 45 years old. And I'm like, at any age, if you think you can do it, yeah, Caster, I think you're right. He'll give himself away, though. He can't help himself. 225 is good. Understand, like 3% of the male population can bench their body weight, let alone more than their body weight. So when you're in a gym or you're in this type of, what you're really doing is you're around a lot of people that are trying to get in shape or are in shape and trying to improve their shape or in great shape and trying to maintain it. But you're in a group that people are trying to better themselves. whether it's their first day in the gym or their 30th day of the gym or their 3,000th day in the gym, everybody's trying to improve yourself. And then if you go into your local Walmart, you get to see the other 97%. And, not saying that you have to lift and you have to do this, you have to do that, but you should probably try. Yeah, only 3%. Because remember, when you're in a gym, you're seeing everybody that works out. So you don't realize that, it goes, well, I only bench this. Well, you bench over your weight, right? Yeah, you're in the 3%. It's Sean G. Oh, that sounds good. But yeah, it's just, trying to make yourself better, whether you're doing endurance, whether you're doing stamina, whether you're doing toning, whether you're doing muscle building, whether you're doing powerlifting, whether you're doing strongman, whether you're doing Pilates, yoga. Yoga's hard. Gymnastics really hard. I mean, all that stuff is going to add to you. And when you lift, you're not only strengthening your muscles, but you're strengthening your bones and you're strengthening your heart. So when you get older, like my age or older, and if you fall down, something don't break. So that's what happens a lot of times when people get a little bit older, is things start breaking. That's right. You've got plenty of time to catch up. Understand, when I was younger, I wasn't this strong. Now, my endurance was through the roof because, like I said, I did track and cross country. I could run forever. I had stamina to spare, but it wasn't until after, probably around 30, I started getting stronger. And then after 40, I really started getting a lot stronger. You have a certain split you follow. I do a 3-day full body, haven't done 5 days. So yeah, I mean, as I'm getting older, I a lot of times I go how I feel. I mean, when I was in my 30s, I did 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off religiously, and I worked out for 3 hours. So it was 3 hours, 3 days, day off, 3 hours, 3 days, all 3 days. And I mean, I was ripped, but I was really into it. Now about an hour and a half is the longest I can work out. Every now and then I'll do a 2.5 one, just because I'll run into some friends of mine that were doing similar exercises, and we'll go ahead and do that. And I'll feel it the next day, but not bad. Soreness is growth. Pain is a problem. Soreness is growth, though. But what I try to do is I try to get in when I'm catching back up. I try to get a chest session in twice a week. I try to get a deadlift in every 10 days. Squats in about every 7 or 8 days. Arms I like to do twice a week, but I don't always do it. But like I said, my job, I'm doing a lot of that. And then a lot of times I'm just doing improvising with the exercises I'm doing outside. So even though I know I'm probably reworking the same muscle over and over, that's okay. I've noticed that my definition has gotten better and my overall body strength has gotten better. I'm just now trying to get back into that work because I was a specialist. I mean, obviously I was a specialist at bench, and I'm trying to get back into that. So yeah, you just keep pushing yourself and you keep trying to improve where you're at. And I do it on a year-to-year basis. Where did I get in the year 2000? Where did I get in the year 2021? Where am I going to get in the year 2022? As long as I make gains, it could be 5 pounds, it's still gains. Yeah, and that's good too. I mean, I used to have it all written down. I had 3 weeks already written down ahead. What I was doing today, what I was doing tomorrow, what I was doing, and then the next week, I plus 2.5 pounds on this one, plus 5 pounds on this one. And I was working out in the basement, and I mean, I got results. I mean, I had a wrist that was just nuts for creatine. It causes hair loss. Well, my hair loss is genetics. I haven't heard anything about creatine causing hair loss because creatine is found in natural foods like red meats. But how old is your son? Okay, because I mean, if he's under 18, probably not necessary. Because as a young adult, you're doing a lot of your hormones pumping in there, and you're doing a lot of growth. Your bones are growing, your organs are still developing, you're maturing. And understand creatine is a natural product that you get in red meat. Okay, John, would you recommend for somebody who wants to work outside in the sun, doesn't mind hard work? Landscaping, lawn services, farmer help, bricklayer, a lot of that stuff's done outside, asphalt. Maybe even get on with, like, the Department of Transportation, of your state. 17. So I wouldn't worry. I mean, as he fully matured, people mature at different ages. I was still growing at 17. I was still growing at 19. But I had friends that they were fully developed at 14 and they didn't grow anymore. So, as anything, it has to be monitored, and he doesn't want to take too much. So, a lot of your pre workouts have creatine in them, at least about 3 to 5 grams. But if he's eating a lot of red meat, he's probably getting all the pre creatine he needs anyway. But at 17, his body's just going to, whatever he doesn't need, he's just going to flush out the kidneys. So I don't know if it causes the hair loss. I don't because mine was genetics. My uncles on both sides of the family looked like this. Guess what? I'm gonna look like that. So at 17, he is getting close to adult, and that, like I said, anytime he's buying a pre-workout, he's getting creatine. You could let him know that he's probably getting plenty of creatine in his pre-workouts. He really doesn't need to take any more. I have done creatine from time to time. There's a lot of science behind it, backing it. It helps you out. I mean, it didn't hurt, but I've also made gains when I didn't do creatine. But if I was doing a pre-workout, I was. So, yeah. So the only problem I have with creatine is if I took it. So I take arginine. I take a lot of arginine. That helps me out a lot. And if I mix the arginine and creatine at the same time, it used to upset my stomach. But I don't think the creatine is going to cause a problem. Not at 17, now if he was like 12 or 13, yeah, I would say doesn't need to be working out that hard anyway because his body's not ready for it yet. I understand. You really, there's some hormones that have to kick in and kick in naturally, before anything happens. Oh, and honey, I love honey. And I say about raw honey, it lasts forever. Coffee blended with a banana smoothie. That sounds delicious. I might, and honey, ooh, I might have to try that. It does. I mean, I don't even know if I'll even want to work out, but that coffee and a banana smoothie and honey. I might have to experiment with that one. That sounds good. But yeah, at 17, I wouldn't worry about it. He's getting it in his pre-workout. He's getting it in his food. I don't think he really needs to buy it in a pill count. Sometimes nutrition stores are going to try to oversell you on stuff. A lot of stuff they're selling you, you're already getting in your protein shakes. So what I would do is I'd look at whatever protein shakes it is. They're going to have a list of all the aminos he's getting. Basically the only thing I do now is I take a pre-workout every now and then when I think of it, and I take arginine. And arginine has a lot of heart benefits and a lot of circulation benefits. And also, I think it's one of the things that kept me as healthy as it is. I've been doing arginine for about 20 years. All right. But at 17, he probably doesn't need to. And it would be in his protein shake anyway. Most high quality proteins are going to have all the aminos in them also. And a lot of them are also going to have creatine. So it sounds like he's going to be getting plenty of that. So right now my sleep habits have changed a little bit because I'm on second shift. So I get home about 11:30. My wife is usually, if she's not asleep, she's about ready to go to sleep. And then when I would do, uh, usually about 1 o'clock, around this time, I'm usually falling asleep. Now it is Friday. I don't have to work tomorrow. So I usually get up at 8 in the morning. I try to get at least 6 hours of sleep. You want at least 6 hours of solid sleep. If you don't get the 6 hours of solid sleep, you're not, especially if you're working out, you're allowing your body to heal. And everybody will tell you that. So yeah, I try to get the 6 hours. So Josh Dickerson, you say that steroids aren't right for everyone. I've been thinking about getting into them. Once I hit a 12 to 1400 powerlifting total, as lifting becomes the best part of my life. Well, Joshua, first of all, if you're over 21, you're an adult, make adult decisions. All right. I don't do steroids because number one, I'm not going to spend the money. Number two, I don't need them. I'm stronger than I ever thought I would be. And I'm not willing to assume the health risk, in my opinion. All right. A lot of people do them. I know a lot of people in the gym that do them. They look great. A lot of them are in bodybuilding, which bodybuilders, you're kind of almost forced into doing it. And the way I look at it, you're adult, do adult things. I mean, you still got to put the work in. Steroids are not going to make you strong. You got to work out. And you still have to eat. And you still have to rest. You still have to do all the other things. So, that's up to you. I don't have an opinion one way or another. My personal thing is I don't take them. All right. Not for that purpose. Does a doctor give you a steroid every now and then when you've got a really bad flu or whatever to help you breathe? Yeah, that's not the same thing. But I'm not going to be one of those people going, "Oh, you're only this because you're doing that." I just get in the gym and lift. Yeah. And that's the other thing. I'm Scottish. I'm cheap. I'm not going to spend $300-400 to do something I think I'm pretty impressive as it is right now without them. And my health is really good. The last two doctors I've talked to, my physicals, have been just amazed in the health I'm in. And to me, that's a win. But I'm older, so right now the win is being healthy. So yeah, they're not right for everybody, and if you are going to do it, at least do it under doctor supervision. Don't buy it from somebody online. I get, not so much now, but I would get friend requests and look at Facebook, and then probably don't. And I pop on their page. So it looks like my connection is starting to get unstable, which I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. And it's 1:30. It is time for me to go to bed and get my rest so I can get up in the morning and do things. So I want to thank everybody for hopping in. I want to thank for the thumbs up. I got 16 thumbs up. That's fantastic. Thank you for dropping in. Please like and subscribe my channel. Watch my videos. And if you do have any questions, just shoot me a question at scottishfitness@gmail.com. And I do answer all the questions I get. And thank you for popping in. And Nature Girl, thank you. I haven't seen you for a while. That's great seeing you again. And everybody have a wonderful and fantastic weekend. All right. And thanks for joining. I really mean that.